And we are live in the pre-show. Good. This is a way to get some people to come into the chat. In fact, you know what I'm going to do for you early birds? It's been a while. I think I'm going to do 3 early bird words for some giveaways. What do you guys think? Maybe some of you don't know what that is in the chat. I know some of you do. I see MR in here. One of my mods, he knows. Yes, says John. Okay. Excuse me. I have a cold. We're getting over a cold, so sorry if I cough a little bit. But I'm feeling better. And I'll be getting back to my local coin shop dealer soon. See Tim, see how he's doing soon. Didn't want to get him sick. So, but yes. Okay. All right. So this is what we do with the early bird words. I'm going to give you 3 words. Later on in the stream, near the end, I'll open up the call line. You guys can call in. If you use one of these words or phrases in a sentence, I'll give you some free silver. All right? This is just for you. Do not tell anyone else about this, okay? Because they're not here early. So you guys are here early. So this is what we're going to do. I'll give you the words. Don't put them in the chat. Just write them down somewhere. Remember it. Pretty soon you'll see the telephone number going through the chat as well. So you'll be able to see, what that number is. I can put it in there myself. It's right here. Call line. It's not open yet, so I will open the call line up later. So this is for you guys. Oh, there it is. Streamlabs already beat me to it. All right, good. So here are the early bird words. The first one is landslide. All right, landslide. Don't put it in the chat. You guys just joining me, all right? Landslide. That's the first one. The second one is SD Bullion. All right, SD Bullion. And the third early bird word or phrase is Silver Eagle. Let's go with that one. So landslide, SD Bullion, and Silver Eagle. Use one of those in a sentence if you can get through. And by the way, I would put that number on speed dial if you can, because I'm telling you, there are people that do have that number on speed dial. They'll call in right away to try to get in. So get that number ready. Get your question, your comment, whatever, with one of those words in there, and hopefully you can win some silver. I'll do like a silver dime, silver $50. Do I have any quarters? No, I have some quarters coming. A Walker and a Kennedy. So we'll do like a dime, a Kennedy, and a Walker. Something like that. All right. So we'll just, what else will we do? I'm setting up. Had a little technical difficulty earlier, but I think things have settled down now. Oh, I can't wait to do this live stream. We got a great guest for us tonight. You already know. You saw it on the thumbnail. Tyler Wall's coming. It's going to be great. I have a lot of questions for him. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. And, maybe we'll talk about what happened on Tuesday. What do you think? Are you excited? I'm pretty happy, I have to admit. All right. And Mass Stacker has a question. Is it rigged like the wheel? No. Guys, you're awful. I know Rig Nation is going to be joining us in the chat, but I have a coin right here, a round, that says not rigged. I'm going to pull that out every time you guys give me a hard time. No, the wheel is not rigged. Tyler, thank you for the $2 super chat. Oh, man, I appreciate it. Move to Paraguay. Low or no taxes, better living. Interesting. All right. Let's see. What else? Anything? Oh, yeah, I know. In the chat, put what state or country you're from. I thought of that, Tyler, because you said Paraguay. So, yeah, put the state that you're watching or country. All right. Arizona, North Carolina. Nice job, North Carolina, by the way. Kentucky, Iowa, Ukraine. Are you serious, born hunting? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that in the chat. That's impressive. All right, let me see. Southern Arizona, Connecticut, Ohio, Texas. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of... And Ringo of New Hampshire. Ringo, man, I was a little disappointed. I'm big time disappointed in New Hampshire. Just saying. Oh, man. Let's see. Tennessee, California, Bama, Vermont. Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, let's see. I think that's about it. We'll go through all the rules. tell you some interesting stuff that's coming up, and then we will kick it off. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys, tonight. And I have a special giveaway tonight too. For you early bird guys, let me just tell you right now, if you haven't watched my Halloween video and left the right comment, go do that. All right, because there's a special giveaway around that as well. So anyways, I'll see you on the flip side. Welcome to Ask Yankee. Great to see you out there. I am so glad you could join me tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to thank you again for spending your time with me. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I'm going to try to answer your gold and silver questions as best I can. I have a great guest on tonight that I know you're going to love. We're going to have a lot of fun, goof around a bit. I know Rig Nation is in the house, so that's always a good time. And of course, we're going to give away lots and lots of silver tonight. So we've got giveaways coming up, and I know you're excited about that. Some of you first-timers might not know how to enter the giveaways. It's really simple. You just need to be a subscriber of my channel and put something in the chat. I'm actually going to start harvesting participants right now. You don't have to worry. We're going to be harvesting these names the whole stream through, but you do need to be active in the chat. Put something in there, making sure that I capture it. So you don't have to bang on the chat every second. Just every so often you can be active in it. What will I do? I'll harvest those names and I'll put them on the wheel of names. The trusted, loved, non-rigged wheel of names right there. Okay? It's not rigged. I actually put this. This is the inside joke, guys. We have a lot of fun. Boom, there it is. Not rigged. It's funny because when people win, they send me an email saying, I won, and yes, it's not rigged. I'm part of Not Rigged Nation now. So anyway, we'll have a lot of fun. We'll do a lot of giveaways at the end. There are earned giveaways. Every $100 in super chats, I pull another 1 ounce, probably one of these rounds over here. There's some interesting rounds here, maybe these. We'll give away an extra 1 ounce of silver every time we break another 100. But I also have some other giveaways to give. I got this right here. Ooh, we'll show you what that is in a minute. We'll do other giveaways as well. All the detailed rules are in the chat. You can see the link there. Let's see. Oh, we do have an additionally scheduled GAW giveaway for those who watched my Halloween video. Can I just bring this up right here? Yes. This guy right here, don't go near the shed. All right. So I did that video. It's actually a repost from 6 years ago when I did it with my kids. It was a lot of fun. There's only 19,000 views on that. Not surprised. That means your odds are really good that you could win, but you do need to watch that. Put something in the actually a specific word in the comment section of that video, but we'll be giving away an extra ounce of silver because of that. So we'll do that. And then, I do want to say thanks to all my members. Those are the ones with those white stars, blue backgrounds. I really appreciate the support, guys. We have a special militia meetup coming up this November 25th, I believe it is. That's when my Buffalo Bullet and Yankee Cannon members get together for an hour, and we just have a blast chatting about what's going on with silver and gold in the markets, and then a lot of other stuff that comes up during those meetings. So thank you so much for my members. Consider joining if you would. And thank you for my mods, Tooly in the house, My Silver Journey. I saw MR. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry, but you guys are great. So thanks very much for that. And now I think the best thing for me to do is to tell you who's going to join us. Joining me tonight is Tyler Wall, the co-founder and president of SD Bullion. Tyler was one of 2 precious metals stacking doctors who met in medical school and decided to launch SD Bullion back in 2012. 2 silver stackers who ponied up a monster box of silver eagles each. How about that? SD Bullion is now a $1 billion online precious metals company, which has hit Inc. magazine's list of fastest growing companies 3 times in the last 4 years. So it is a real pleasure to have Tyler join me tonight on Ask Yankee. What's up, Tyler? How you doing?
Hey, Yankee. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you. This is exciting. Thanks for taking time out. And where are you joining from?
Well, I'm actually in Costa Rica right now.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get into that in a little bit. But I first want to ask you about SD Bullion. It's been a while since I've had you on. Lots of things have changed since we've last talked.
Yeah.
Obviously, the presidential election.
Yes.
Metals. The price action this week has been rather interesting. It's on a lot of people's minds. And we'll definitely get to all those topics in a bit. But first, let's talk about your company. I think the last time we had you on Ask Yankee, you were still the CEO of your company. But I think you passed that mantle on to Chase Turner, what, a year and a half ago? Is it 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, just about. I think it's about a year and a half ago.
Year and a half. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, Chase is fantastic. Great choice.
That's great. That's great.
He's awesome. We're going to have him on next week on Silver Pros. So he's
Awesome.
just great. But you still chair the SD Bullion's board of directors, isn't that right?
Yes.
So how has that transition been for you?
I mean, it's been great. It's very unique in a way. I'm still 100% owner of SD Bullion. I still pay attention, pretty much every day. I can tell you what's going on in the precious metal market. I'm still involved, like behind the scenes in SD Depository, the technology that goes into that, SD Misiones, which you may see the sign behind me in Costa Rica. I'm still very involved there. And, what it really has allowed me to do and why I did it wasn't just because I was getting tired of running the business or didn't like precious metals anymore. It really allowed me to focus the majority of my time currently helping hands-on in ministry and mission projects. So I felt God called me to do that. So Chase has been with the company for a while, and I thought it was time to kind of name him CEO.
That's awesome. And I know you have your pulse on what's going on, but it is exciting to see what you're doing down there in Costa Rica. We're going to talk about your ministries in just a minute. But under Chase's leadership, what have you seen has really improved over this past year and a half? What are you most proud of?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question to pin one specific area of improvement. As you know, the precious metal market, it's up and down. Like there's certain things that, of course, you have a direct impact on if you're the CEO or your COO or if you're just an employee. And there's some things, you have no impact on. Who was elected president 2 days ago? You have no idea who that's going to be until it happens. And if one person gets elected, we're extremely busy the next day. If another person gets elected, like, well, I think things will be okay for a while. So you never are able to predict that, and it doesn't matter who's kind of running the company. But the one thing that Chase has done a really good job of, in my opinion, is he's really looked at the customer first. He cares. He's always been in charge of our Magento. We're on a Magento website framework, sdbullion.com. That's our technology that we use. Yep. And he's always been in charge of the e-commerce experience. And now that he's CEO, he's even probably putting even more time into it, not sleeping at night, so that when your customers or you go to the website, your experience is seamless. You don't have any problems, and when you get to that checkout, everything is clear to you. And then from the shipping and from the time you place the order till the time it gets to your door, like he really cares about that. And he also really cares about employees. It's crazy. We've gone, like you said, we've gone from basically a basement with one employee and I was answering the phones and I was shipping to now well over 100 employees, probably 100, 125, 150 employees across 2 countries in a way. And that's a different type of skill, and it takes a lot of work to get in meetings all the time. I mean, it's no longer are you doing the work yourself. You actually have to have teams of people that you're working with on a daily basis. And he's done a really good job of leading those teams and just keeping them in check and kind of leading the direction of the company the way we want it to, the way everybody's accustomed to when they deal with SD Bullion.
Tell me you let Chase sleep.
Yeah, I think he sleeps. I mean, he's the boss now, so if he doesn't want to sleep,
it's up to him, right?
Yeah, it's up to him.
You had an incredible passion, still do, and what drove you to establish SD Bullion 12 years ago now.
Yeah, really cool.
Wow. How do you infuse that passion or the legacy in people that work at SD Bullion and the leadership? I mean, now that you're the chair, maybe you don't have your hands on it the same way day to day. How have you made that legacy live on?
Well, first, I'm really thankful. I had a chance to work with Chase and Cole, who's the chief operating officer, COO, for a long time before they got promoted. I mean, I think they've been with the company 6-7 years, and so they're very familiar with what we stand for. All the vision of SD Bullion that we've done with low prices and trying to make that a trustworthy experience for our customers. I mean, we have a YouTube video series. A lot of you guys probably watched it, but building $1 billion business.
Yep.
There was one of the stories that didn't make the cut was, I've known Chase so long. There was a year that I spent sleeping on his couch. This was like 2017, 2018. We were like $250 million business at the time. But, we were saving every penny. So I didn't have a house in, Toledo, Ohio. So I was traveling up there sleeping to save money. So Chase and I got really familiar with each other. So when I named the CEO, we're really good friends. I knew exactly what, who he was. And so for me, that means everything. And I feel really comfortable about, where we're at today.
Tyler, we share more than just a passion for stacking gold and silver. We both have a deep personal faith in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Sure.
We both proclaim it boldly. On my YouTube channel, in a lot of different ways. In fact, where is it? Oh, right here, right here. You put it right here on your card. I mean, the mission statement. And this
Yeah.
is a big, big reason why I am so happy to partner with SD Bullion. Just one of many reasons. I love that. And I want you to tell people that might not know this about your other passions, your ministries, and how God is using you and SD Bullion.
Yeah. Well, SD Bullion has always supported Christian missionaries. Like I said, 12 years of business, and we've
Mm-hmm.
always supported from basically inception, from churches to missionaries, pro-life pregnancy centers. As God opened doors for us to become one of the top three bullion dealers,
Mm-hmm.
we made sure we were supporting these entities financially, and then more so like 2020 is when kind of like the sign behind me started happening, where God started opening a new chapter, calling my family specifically to more hands-on work and using our giftings to do more than just build a precious metal business.
Hmm.
So the first thing that happened in 2020 was SD Misiones, and you might remember back in COVID, it started and it was like, well, we could hire anybody we wanted to, and then everybody was getting checks in the mail. Well, in 2018, going back 2 years prior, we had supported a Christian missionary to Costa Rica. And in 2020, when all the tourism was stopped, there wasn't much mission work going on.
Hmm.
And later in that 2020 year, we were still expanding at SD Bullion, and the places that we had a missionary at in Costa Rica, there was 30% unemployment rate. The people that didn't get we're not getting paychecks in the mail. So we talked about it, and we're like, well, what better way to support Costa Rica or support where we're at in the mission field than to provide some jobs to people in this local area. I mean, it's an area that's it's a lot of poverty, prostitution's legal, gambling. There's some tourism, but tourism was out, didn't exist in that time period. So people were like desperate and literally they were struggling to survive. And so we gave them some jobs for some back end work, and that's continued to expand. And then what I'm most excited about is what we're kind of doing right now. I mean, from that experience, we've got my family kind of moved down here, and we were highly involved in the startup of that. We were hands on, and then we learned that the education system was just absolutely terrible. I mean, it was not great. It wasn't like the United States, which is also poor with the kind of the woke agenda they have going on.
Yep.
But in this country, the reading, the mathematics, like all the things that we take for granted in the United States, it just didn't exist. I mean, the public school system, I think, was shut down for about a year and a half when COVID started. And even to this day, they struggle with teachers. And so an average person that going to a public school only spends 10 hours in a classroom. So we started a school. It's a summary of that. We started a nonprofit in the United States. It's crazy to think about in retrospect how God prepared me for the moment of I was on a Christian school board originally. And back 6-7 years ago, before I even had a kid in school. And I've already devised a plan that works here in Costa Rica. And I really feel passionate about not just Costa Rica, but the United States as well. So we started a nonprofit. We've been, I'm going back to that ground floor, just like SD Bullion, where I was packaging packages, and I was on the telephone lines answering phone calls. Now I'm a full-time principal, volunteer at our first school. And
is it Horizon International?
Horizon International Schools, the one I'm a principal of, but the nonprofit in the United States that basically is kind of like the financial support is called HISPOD. So it's HISPODS.
Oh,
so HISPODS. HISPODS is the is a nonprofit that we're raising funds for, and the vision is to really launch this globally. So we want to start for anybody that doesn't know about the Christian school network, I mean, a lot of it's not even nonprofit. Some of it's for-profit, and we're a nonprofit, and the for-profit companies are selling out to secular companies. And so our goal is to kind of take that back over and to expand globally the Christian education initiatives we feel called to do. So, I invite anybody. I mean, we have over 60 some students that are currently enrolled at our school, and right now, SD Bullion is doing a matching donation campaign because there's a lot of people that cannot afford to go to school there. So we're matching dollar for dollar the rest of this year through December 31st, 2024. And anybody that wants to do that can just go to hispods.com /SD. So HISPODS.com/SD. And, we want to fight back. The enemy has understood this for about 100 years, that education is the way to get their agenda across. And for us, that means we need to fight back and
Mm-hmm.
get this wokeism out of the school and get
Yes.
God back into the school, which is what they've fought to take out. So
That is awesome. I'm going to take part in this. I really, I care very, very much, as I think you know,
yes,
about Christian schools, about Christian education, about what's happening in our public school systems, the indoctrination camps that they have turned
right,
into.
yes,
All three of my children went through Christian schools, and every penny was worth it, Tyler. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have
yes,
done it any other way. I remember tightening the belt. I remember looking at the budget
uh-huh,
with Mrs. Yankee, going, "How can we do this with three kids?" And of course, we're
yeah,
paying for the town school, right? In our
yes,
taxes, no vouchers, no nothing. And it was just a struggle, but it was worth it. Oh my goodness!
yes,
And now all three of my kids are like, yeah, we wouldn't send. I'm not going to send my kids in there. I mean, they're going to
yes,
come out with, you know, messed up, right? So I
yes,
love it, and I love what you're
yes.
doing down there in Costa Rica. Is this going to, do you think, just grow beyond and get into other areas? Do you
Oh
think?
yeah. I mean, the goal is to expand into the United States with
Mm,
multiple campuses, and
mm,
even if it's right now we're looking at a virtual learning school out of Florida, and we're working
wow,
on accreditation, and so we can
nice.
expand across the United States and at least provide campuses also for like sports and athletics. And there's a lot of churches that are just totally unused space. So we think that our goal is just like SD Bullion, or my goal is just like SD Bullion, grow it to be one of the largest Christian entities, school
Mm,
entities, in the world. And our target's over 10,000 students within 7 years. And
wow.
so we really want to expand, but we need your help. We don't rely on any government funding. I'm not taking any government funding. So we need donors, and people are
Wow.
sign up for scholarships and everything else. And so really would appreciate any support that you can provide us.
Yep. And the link, I think, again, is hispods.com
Odds.com
slash
backslash SD
SD. I'm going to put
SD.
that right in there in the
Yeah.
chat, guys. If you feel moved to do that, I do. I've already talked to Mrs. Yankee about it, so we're definitely going to help you guys out. So that's a passion of yours, and
Sure.
I love it that SD Bullion can be a part of that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, this election. You touched on a little bit
Yes.
earlier. What has been your takeaway? What's your thoughts on Donald Trump regaining the White House for a second term?
Well, honestly, I am absolutely shocked that he won. You
You
know,
are. Oh,
yeah, I mean, I didn't realize what my feelings were going to be until like that next morning I woke up and I'm like, man, like this is real. Like he actually won.
he actually won. Yeah. I
And it
thought he
wasn't
would. I
because,
thought he would.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing. It wasn't because I didn't know the majority of people were going to vote for him. It's because I lost faith that they even counted the
Mm,
votes.
mm-hmm.
My favorite graph after the election was the one that Zero Hedge posted, where it was like it showed a 20 million vote difference
Yep.
between the 2020 election and the 2024 election. I think it's down to like 15 million vote difference now. But I mean, the point remains. I mean, they drew a line through it, and it was like 2016, 2012, roughly the same
Right.
number of voters, and then like 2020, boom, off the charts. So that's why I didn't think they would let
Yep.
him in, is because I knew he had the support. It was just like I didn't think they actually counted. So obviously, in my opinion, there really wasn't a choice of who was the better candidate,
Mm-hmm.
based on my personal beliefs. So I'm very excited about the outcome. I mean, he was definitely the best candidate that was out there, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. We are so blessed not to have the current administration continuing for another 4 years.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. I was actually, I thought he would get the popular vote. In fact, I thought there wasn't going to be a whole lot of shenanigans because the Republicans made a concerted effort to really monitor the poll stations, very carefully monitor the ballots. They had learned a lesson, in other words, from last time, and I think they did a bang up job. What impact do you see a Trump administration having on our country, and in particularly our economy and our society?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's gonna be some major changes coming. I mean, I know as a business owner myself, Trump's policies, they're gonna be pro-business, just like they were last time. I mean, I remember in 2016 when he took election, there were certain things I made as a business owner, certain decisions. I mean, even structuring our corporation that I restructured because of his tax policies. And so I think that there's going to be some major and investments into growing businesses,
Hmm.
in my opinion. Interestingly, as it relates to the precious metal industry, normally a Republican candidate results in a lower retail bullion demand in the United States. Normally, I mean, it's kind of like the guns and ammo market. People
Yep.
feel like, hey, I got our guy in the office. They don't feel like, oh, I don't really need to stack any metal. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays out though this time around. I mean,
We did get a
think
drop in precious metals prices immediately. I mean, I was up
yeah,
watching, and as soon as I think it was Pennsylvania. As soon as Pennsylvania came in on the
yeah,
overseas markets,
uh-huh,
whoomp, and I was like,
yeah,
but that wasn't unexpected. I really did think a Trump trade would be to say, wow, okay, at least short term,
yeah,
things are fine now. Whew, let's take a breath. Maybe we don't need as much wealth insurance, a hedge, a protection. Maybe things are going to be
uh-huh.
great. Let's go back into equities. Everything is awesome, and I think it's short lived. I think it is short sighted, but that is not unexpected when he won. What do you think the metals would have done if Kamala had won?
You know what, man, I think they would have gone higher
Mm-hmm.
with Kamala. But I would say that if you ask before the election, people ask my opinion before the election. And
Yeah.
I always told them that, in my opinion, Donald Trump's pro-inflationary more than Kamala. Like the policies that he wants to put in place, like we're talking about the business investments, the spending.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking about a foundation of a country that's on solid ground. I mean, we're talking about a country that has a national debt that's nearing $36 trillion. I mean, in 2 years, the economists are forecasting $2 trillion of debt. It would be the largest federal expenditure, would just be servicing our loans. And so I I don't think some of the policies. I mean, we're gonna try to grow,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, the country is bankrupt. And
Mm-hmm.
the other thing that's really different than 2016 is the dollar. I mean, losing its reserve currency status. I was on a podcast.
Mm.
It was like 2022, I think middle of 2022. And I remember going on there, and it was right after Russia did the US seized the Russia's assets and, kind of locked them out of the SWIFT system. And I said that it was the biggest economic decision in my lifetime just happened. It was the US government leveraging, trying to arm wrestle and saying, hey, you're kicked off the SWIFT system. And I think that was the worst decision that possibly could ever been made by the United States. It sped up maybe the inevitable, but what country actually trusts their reserves to be in US dollars if they have the slightest disagreement with the United States, their assets could get seized. I mean, it made no sense. And I think that that's what's provided such a floor. I think that's what's resulted in all the central bank buying demand of all the gold, and gold just keeps on going up. And I think that's it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's way different than what we're dealing with in 2016, and it's outside of any sort of control of whoever is president. I mean, this is already going in the wrong direction. And I whether it was Kamala or whether it was Trump, it doesn't really matter. This thing's going to keep going, and I think it's just getting started. I mean, it takes a long time
Yep.
for a country to move from change a system that relies on a US dollar reserve currency. It takes a long time to get that system to be changed. And so we're dealing with what we're 2.5 months or 2.5 years after it happened. I mean, this is just getting
Mm-hmm.
started.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. I'm
yeah,
very happy. I think there's this euphoria that we're all feeling, or a lot of us are feeling, not all.
yeah,
Some people are devastated, but I really feel that it's going to be short lived for the things you mentioned. You didn't even mention the
right,
deficit. Okay, so
right,
spending is going to go
right,
up, right? And we're
right.
going to get Trump tax cuts renewed and increased. There's going to be
Yes,
more tax cuts. Now, I'm happy not to pay a lot of taxes. Trust me, I like tax cuts, but we need spending cuts. And if we
yeah,
don't, our deficit is going to balloon out of control even more than it already is. And,
right.
and I think you'll see the inflationary pressures come back. I wouldn't be surprised, even during President Trump's administration, if we go back to QE.
No, I think
The bond
I mean,
market's in trouble.
Yeah, he wanted negative interest rates the first time around. I mean, it was
He
just, I
did.
mean, so
He's
I
in
mean,
love with ZERP. He likes ZERP. He wants Jerome Powell to cut rates, and they just did a quarter point. So
yeah,
that's going to put a lot of pressure on the dollar. I think the market's going to realize this soon. I just pray we don't have a catastrophe with his watch. I'm very optimistic that he's going to cut some waste. He's going to close down certain things that need to be destroyed in our government. But he's also a big government guy. So does JD
yeah.
Vance. They
JD Vance
kind
is
of
big
think
government.
he's a big
I
government
don't,
guy. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to cut any social spending type of stuff. I
No,
mean, if
no,
anything, he's
no.
promised more. And so I don't, yeah, I do not see gold and silver prices going down. If anything, I see them going higher. I mean, so much so that yesterday, we just backed up the truck and we increased our position yesterday. We
Oh,
have a core unhedged
smart.
position. I mean, we went up, we made a significant, reinvestment of some of the dollars we had in our account and put it into metals. It was a seven-figure investment to
Wow.
increasing our unhedged core position of silver. I mean, are we calling the bottom? I'm not sure if it's the bottom, but like
Could be.
if you look out 4 years, I mean,
Hmm.
we had a good purchase price. I think it was 31.25 is what our average cost in. It looks good right now, but
Hmm.
I'm not worried about short term. I mean, you look at this administration time and over the next 4 years, do you think the policies that are in place are going to cause gold and silver prices to go up? And I think this definitively yes, in my opinion. And so we're looking at the long term picture, and I feel pretty comfortable about where gold and silver prices are going to go.
So a couple things. I'm going to put a poll question up in the chat. Did you buy any metals, precious metals, after Trump's election victory? Feel free to vote there. I also want to show what the giveaway is going to be. I don't even know if you know this, Tyler. It's from you, SD Bullion,
Ah,
and it's really, really
what's
nice.
what's Chase giving away?
What's Chase giving away, right? He is awesome with giveaways. The support for our community is fantastic. Check this out, guys. It's not a 1 ounce 2024 Trump silver presidential medal. It's the 5 ounce. So this is going to be a tremendous giveaway for some lucky winner. Again, make sure that you are from US or Canada. Put something in the chat. I am still gathering up names. I love this medal. I really do. I have one right here on my desk. It's very nice. So yeah, that's the giveaway. Thank you to SD Bullion for that. Yeah, so it's been really exciting. We'll see where this goes. I think it is so important for people to either begin stacking or keep stacking because the fundamentals haven't changed. It really is the same until I see prices, not just inflation slowing down, when I see deflation, when I see fiscal spending being cut, when I see, responsible sound money policies being put into government, I'm not stopping. I'm just going to keep stacking. You don't think you do wonder if this is the bottom though, huh? Have we
Yeah,
seen
I
it?
mean, yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, it could take a couple weeks, I think, to play out
Yep.
to know if we've seen the bottom. But I mean, the other thing that I'm thinking about is the federal government data. I mean, well, over last year, I mean, it's like such a joke. I mean, it might be it must be a comical book. Like we're just buying just to laugh at it because it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, this was real as Santa Claus. I feel like it's going to get back to real, right? I think the next 12 to 18 months, all the government data that was totally manipulated, we'll get
Ooh.
back to like the historical average of 50% manipulation instead of like the 6 to 8, standard deviation misses that they have. Like the predictions are so and so, and then they miss it like it's just astronomical misses
Mm-hmm.
that were, and it's always favoring whatever Biden's agenda is. And so I think under Trump, there's no way he's going to get that kind of treatment. I think they're going to put those numbers back into reality.
Oh,
And
they're
I
going
think
to
that's why,
enjoy doing that, aren't they? The mainstream
well,
media is going to just unload on Trump.
oh, they're going to unload on it, but guess what that's going to do? I mean, you're going to provide cover for Jerome Powell, right?
Right.
To start the QE press again,
You're right.
right? And so, I mean, there was a question today in the press conference, and they were asking if Trump asked him to resign, right? If he would resign, he's like, no, not legal. And we'll find
Yeah,
out
we
how
will,
much
won't
Trump
we?
wants to rattle the cage because
Yep.
There's one thing that you saw during during Kamala and the debates and Kamala and Trump debates. There's one thing that nobody ever talks about, and it's the Federal Reserve. And if the Federal Reserve starts that sort of argument right there and says, you can't fire me, is Trump going to let this unleash what most Americans don't realize, which is the Federal Reserve being an independent agency and just like, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that if he decides to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm pretty extreme here. Hashtag end the Fed. I really think that there's a lot of things that couldn't be fixed in our economy. It should be fixed.
Yeah, and I mean the demand has been crazy. I mean, there was a stat out of India. It's I believe it's 6,000 tons they're on pace for by the end of 2024. Importing silver. It's like a 6-fold increase from 2023. I mean,
wow.
It's been nuts to see that. I mean, it's close to like I think it's around just under 200 million ounces of silver, and we only mine just over 800 million ounces of silver a year. 20 to 25% of silver is just going to India. So, for me, the physical side of things, even if the U.S. retail demand kind of goes down a little bit because we got our guy in the office, that's not what's driving price. The East is driving price. The BRICS countries are accumulating gold. They're accumulating silver. Central banks are buying all over the place. And I'm very bullish next 4 years as it relates to the price is going up.
So let's shift gears to stacking. Just stacker to stacker, and it is fun to be able to talk to someone that's a true believer, not just some CEO or president or something that's not doing it himself. It's awesome. Give me your personal current gold and silver stacking targets. What are you after?
Man, that's a tough question. I'm almost too bullish almost always, but I'm going to go with 6 to 9 months. I'm trying to go conservative. So my personal opinion, $40 silver, 6 to 9 months, and 3,000 gold. I feel pretty comfortable about.
Wow. Okay. How about the type of bullion products that you like to buy? What's your favorite thing to buy?
Favorite thing to buy. I mean, I like to buy whatever I think is the cheapest at the time, which can change, right? I mean, so I like to look at the premiums of things. And, if we're in a market like we're in right now, there's a lot of people selling metal over the last, I would say 2 years. I mean, this year's, for SDB, we've had a considerable amount of buybacks, people selling metal, the prices have gone up. So they're selling metal. And so my favorite product in this environment, I mean, it's the best deal. And that's 90% silver. I love 90% silver anyway.
Yep.
But 90% silver right now is even a better deal than it is normally. So that's my number one product is 90% silver.
Love
for
it.
sure. And honestly, I think Silver Eagles are a pretty good price right now. I mean, for a while they're going for, man, at one point they were close to $20 over a spot.
That was insane. I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah. We sent out, I think Chase sent out an email and he was offering $14.75 over a spot to buy him back. I called him up on it and I said I was going to sell him some. And then I converted that to a Truth Series coin, which is my third favorite product. So I sold the Silver Eagles at the $14.75 that he was paying me, and then I ended up taking that and I invested in like the Sword of Truth, which is my favorite Truth Series coin.
Yeah, you played the arbitrage. I remember that. So let me, before we go too far, I brought it up right here. I've been holding off on getting tubes of Eagles. I've been focusing mostly on rounds.
Okay,
the cheapest I can get. However, and I don't care about the date. However, I am buying at least one tube. I have one monster box done. I'm like halfway through. This is a good time, I think, for maybe to get some of this sovereign silver, government minted silver. It's not. I've been holding off on it, but I think this is the time to do it. And you mentioned the truth. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
I have them in silver, but I also have them in gold. These are one of my favorite things to have. This Tree of Life. What a story. What a design. And of course the lion. Man, I love these things. I really do. These are very special. This isn't necessarily stacking, but I got them at a good price when I bought them. Gold went up significantly since then. So yeah, I'm happy. Very happy. Love the Truth Series, man. That's a great design you've done.
Yeah, I love those coins. I mean, actually, they have a meaning, but they look cool. And you can buy them at bullion coin prices, which is what we always intended. Like, can we have the lowest coin price in the world? And normally
Right,
it's
right.
it is, and it's really close. And then since it's a limited mintage, it kind of carries some collectible value. So you get even almost everybody that's bought that for the most part appreciated in the premium value. After you look at 2018, and I was on the website last week, and I think they're like $70 over spot or $80 over spot, or $80
Mm.
total, like $50 over spot. But that's another benefit of buying the Truth Series coins.
All right. Constitutional silver.
Yeah,
What's your favorite? Dimes, quarters, or halves?
man, I like dimes.
Yes, the dimes.
I
Mercury
mean,
or,
if you're
or
gonna
Roosevelt or Mercury?
well, whatever the cheapest is.
Okay.
I like it because it's most divisible.
Okay, good. Yeah,
I
I
mean, it's the
love it.
most divisible. So if you don't buy, I mean, that's
Yep.
why 90% goes hot in a market that's the economy or the world's going in the wrong direction, is because they want divisibility for purchasing. And so
Yep.
why not get the most divisible thing, especially if silver prices do what we think that they're going to do, which is go up in value. I'm going to go to the dimes.
I've got 5 rolls left to finish my barter box of silver
Uh-huh.
dimes. So this is another good time for me to be grabbing those. So that's another one on my list. I love it, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I've been buying more silver than gold this year. Last year I was actually buying more gold than
Yeah, I was too.
silver. You
I
were?
was buying more gold. Yeah. Last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know we were on the same page there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
great. But yeah, silver is awesome. How about sovereign silver? I mean, you mentioned the eagle. Is that your
Yeah.
favorite design? Do you like this design best, or do you have a better design?
Mm.
Oh, design for government minted silver.
Man, I don't buy off the design for government minted silver. If I go to government minted silver, I pick the Truth Series. It's a coin,
All
So
right. Okay. It is a coin. You're right.
I
You're right. So not the maple, Britannia. I mean, if you had to choose
no.
between the eagle, Britannia, maple, or kangaroo, which would it be?
Oh, man, you're really testing me
I am.
here.
I'm pushing you.
I would probably I like what they've done on the maple and the 4.9s, and I probably would pick the maple right now.
All right. Cool. I love the
What
maple
do you
leaf.
what do you
Very
like, Yankee?
iconic. The first tube of silver I ever bought was this right here from SD Bullion. Actually, it was the maples. I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
love the design. I usually look at the reverse, not the obverse. Although, now that the queen's gone, I don't mind her so much on it. I really don't.
Yeah.
But the maple leaf is so iconic. Here up in New Hampshire too, we see Canadian coins too all the time, so it's no big
Yeah.
deal. I like recognizable silver, trusted silver. So anyway, how about new stackers? We've talked about
Yeah.
us. We've been stacking for a while. You for a long time. How about new stackers? What do you think they should focus on?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably recommend dollar cost averaging more than anything, right? I mean, dollar cost averaging first would be my first, advice to somebody that's just new to the game, is just pick a day of the month that you're going to buy on and just buy it and just do, dollar cost averaging. It's very hard to time the lows and the highs, and you just got to look out 3-4 years and just say, okay, every month I'm going to put this much into gold and silver, and we're going to live with that. So, and then just the products that I referenced. I mean, I think we've just been talking about. Those are the same products I would think a new person should start out on. And just it's okay to have a little bit of a small budget for a cool product, right? Like, but
Mm-hmm.
don't make that the majority of your purchases. So,
Right.
if you want to buy a Trump coin right now, I think that's fine, but don't make that the majority of your stack.
I love the dollar cost averaging approach. I tell stackers not to micro time. Don't constantly try to figure things out. Although
Uh-huh.
occasionally I do hold back if something big is
Yeah.
like an election. I mean, I've
Uh-huh.
been kind of buying silver in little bits and dribs and drabs over the last couple months, but now, oh man, I've been storing up some fiat to back up the truck. Hopefully things stayed low. It already started to rebound a bit, so we'll see if gold gets down below 27 again, and silver is just below 32 now that I'm looking at it. So it still might be a great buying time. All right, shift gears again a little bit. I'm building a local community here in southern New Hampshire, Tyler, of preppers and stackers. I've educated a few trusted friends that some of them are in my church that have been new to stacking and prepping. And we've actually met together. We've reviewed our preps together. We've talked about silver and gold and all that, and communication and how we're going to back each other up. And we go to the range together and all that. I mean, it's starting to build. And I think community is so important, but educating people is also important. So what kind of stacking influence have you had on your friends and family?
Yeah, it's a very good question because I remember when we started the business, we didn't tell anybody who we were.
Yep.
I mean, nobody knew who we were at all. And I think that it basically changed when my wife, well, her grandpa basically made the mistake of buying precious metals from one of those TV advertisements, the radio advertisements. And I remember doing the calculation and he paid like 100% markup from what he should have paid. And he was pretty wealthy. So he put a sizable amount of money into it. And so at that point, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I need to talk to these people. The people I know, I trusted him. I should have told him. I felt kind of guilty about it. And eventually we reached such a size at SD Bullion that there was no hiding, right? I mean, there was definitely no hiding. And so, most of my family thought that I was, extended family, thought that I was pretty crazy, really crazy starting this business. At that time, it was like 2011, 2012,
What are you doing, Tyler?
Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah, they're all the things that we now know are true. We're not, they didn't see that. And now after talking to them, obviously they know where to buy gold and silver. I think almost all of them have purchased from us now. I mean, I think one of the hardest problems I see is there's lots of people out there that want to buy gold and silver. They just don't know where to go to buy it and who to trust. Right. And so I think that it is a big deal. Like if you do care about these people, like I was like, that's my whole thing with my grandpa was like, man, I need to help them out because if there is a fiscal issue, a monetary collapse, I mean, I want them to have some store of wealth on the side.
You care.
And
yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
I care. Yeah. So it is a kind of a difficult topic, but I'm glad that I've kind of learned and at this point everybody knows who I am.
Wow. Yeah. You're a public figure. You're showing your face. Yeah. You're everywhere, right? I get it. I'm on the other side, right? As you know, very cautious. Nobody in my neighborhood knows. Very small circle of friends. I literally have an OPSEC spreadsheet of people that know. And, I'm very cautious about that. But I think helping people, like you mentioned being taken by these online shysters, these scammers that sell people on high premium, incredibly marked up proof collectibles. They, maybe slabbed, graded because, there's a confiscation coming and you'll be safe with this. Come on, the government could take that. Just because they used the rules back in, 1933 doesn't mean they're going to use the same rules now. It's crazy. But I feel so bad because one of the people that I trust greatly, who's part of my prepping and stacking community from a church, got taken badly. He showed me his portfolio and my heart sank. I'm like, you didn't really buy these. He said, well, I didn't know you back then, Yankee. So I was like, okay, well, let's help you out, bud. But it was sad. And people get especially older people.
Yeah,
I see that a lot. Yeah, so you got to be so careful. Got to be careful, and you have to be careful who you tell. First rule of prepping is you don't let anyone know you're prepping, right? But, I'll share with something else with you, Tyler, because I think it will resonate with you. One of the reasons why I prep, years worth of food, supplies, all kinds of stuff, lots of rounds, and I don't mean silver. One of the reasons I do that is to help people if something happens and everything goes sideways, and not just help them physically, but have the opportunity to help them spiritually, to be the hands for the Lord and let God protect me as he sees fit. At that point, there's a bigger mission. There's always a bigger mission, not just then, even now. So I think about my preps. I think about my community in that light, and that is transformative. That also makes me not fear it as much either.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it for sure.
All right, so one other thing that has been a tremendous privilege that I've had is to visit SD Bullion's facilities on multiple occasions. I get to see your vast selection of silver, your inventory, your gold vault. That is epic. I love that. That was an amazing trip. Cool, super cool. I also toured your IRA storage facility, and that's amazing too. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I've talked to Chase about moving some of my, I'll call it leftover IRA funds from my last employer. Since I retired, I had some monies in there, and I've been thinking about buying in some metals and moving into your depository. And I don't want to just do it. I want to record it. Every step. I want to make it as transparent as possible for everybody to watch from the moment I start the process, talk to somebody on the phone, go all the way through it. I want to see the metals. I want to see where it is in the depository, if that's possible. I like to see Yankee, with my barcode and go and look in there and go, yep, that's my silver. That's my gold. Now, it's obviously my priority is to have it in my hands, but this is IRA stuff, money. I can't get it yet. I'm not 59 and a half yet. So it's a hedge. And I really want to follow that process. What do you think of that idea?
Well, hey, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, obviously you got to make it past our security for whatever you want to do.
I know. Rocco is tough.
Yeah, Bronco's tough.
He's tough.
But no, I mean one of the yeah, if anybody hasn't checked out that video, I mean maybe there's a link you can put in the description.
Oh, yeah.
But like one of the feedback points I've heard from the very few visitors that have been able to see it is they're shocked at how organized it is. Everything has a place. There are barcodes, locations. It's all segregated storage, and so part of that goes back to like when I was a pharmacist and generally how I ran the pharmacy. Like there was no way I wanted to make a mistake with a person's drug prescriptions, and so for me everything had to be completely organized.
Right.
And so we've taken that and put it into the precious metal business, our fulfillment facility. So everything's clean. All the shelves are nice and organized. I think it's a little bit of a different feeling when you go to some of the coin shops that are local. It feels a little scattered, but that's definitely not. I think you could attest to the feeling that you get when you're at our facility. So, multiple sign-offs and accuracy is obviously our focus. And so, but yeah, I mean that sounds like a great idea. I mean it's a pretty simple process, and we make it pretty easy. And our guys that run that IRA business are incredibly smart, and they're really easy to work with.
It all boils down to trust. Knowing that you're getting a square deal and that it's going to be well segregated. It's going to be your metals, no one else's, and heavily protected. And again, it's not the first choice. I tell people, listen, you store it yourself. Get your own depository in the bank of Yankee and put your metals there. But if you've got IRA funds that are in the equities markets, I mean, it's going up. Take some of take some of that off the table and hedge it. And if it's in your IRA, you cannot be your own custodian, guys. Just let you know, you'll run amok with the IRS. So you need to have a good custodian, a good depository. And SD Bullion has a phenomenal one. Is it actually though, Tyler? Is there any room left? Because you were growing.
Yeah, no, I think no, yeah, it is. It's absolutely growing. I mean, I'm shocked. Like I had pretty high hopes for what the IRA business would be and storage in general. But I mean, it just blossomed. It's grown so much. We have some space left, and of course, we're blessed with having 37 acres, and so we already have designs for a mega facility if we need it to build on. So for us, it's important that it's all at one facility, so that if there does come a time when you want to withdraw it, that we can ship it out immediately.
Exactly. Yep.
That's one of the things that I had a problem with before we opened up an IRA depository business, is that I had my IRA somewhere else, stored somewhere else, because I couldn't store it at my own facility at that time. And I was shocked when it was like 5 or 6 weeks. After 4 weeks, I called in. I did not use my title. I did not tell them like, hey, I run SD Bullion. I mean, all the IRA custodians know us. So I did not say that. I just acted like a regular customer. And like, no, sir, there's 3 different parties here and it takes, X amount of time. I'm like, I know all these people involved. I can call them up right now. but it was just shocking. And really, we've seen that with other people too. So for us, it was like, okay, we want to ship out our orders within 24, 48, 72 hours in the hottest of markets. We need to have a depository that does that for any of our storage business. And by having it in one facility, we're able to do that. And so for us, that was very important for us to put it underneath the same facility so we can get it out just like our customers expect.
Oh, do realize that I'm not only going to record the process of putting my IRA monies into your depository, I'm going to record getting it out of there, because
Yeah.
when I turn 59 and a half, which is unfortunately not long, I'll be able to take it out without any penalties. And that's my goal. I want to get that. So again, I actually talked to someone about another scenario, which it might make sense to have it stored at a depository. And this person was in an apartment, wasn't safe, really bad area, wanted to stack, didn't want to put it in a safety deposit box, because that's not smart at a bank. So there may be situations where you might need some help in regards to that as well.
There's a lot. I mean, we have we have multi-million-dollar customers. I mean, we have
Right.
$10 million plus customers. I mean, there's no way, in my opinion, that you should store 10 million at your house. And then there's other situations, like I have some friends here in Costa Rica now, and of course they might have a place in the United States, maybe, but they're not bringing their metal down to Costa Rica either. So they're Americans, living abroad, and a depository for them makes a lot of sense. So there's lots of situations. I'm still learning all the different situations, and like you said, normally I'm like hold as much as you can or much as you feel
If you don't hold it, you don't own it, is the classic line, right?
But there does become a threshold where I'm thinking, like, you might either want to diversify, or it becomes like, this is more than I need right now. And even if I were to have to drive in an extreme circumstance to our vault, like pick it up in person, which is possible for a sizable account, that would be okay. So I think that everybody needs to examine that situation themselves.
Yes,
And
exactly. Yep.
yeah.
Brad actually says in the chat, I have a depository account at SD. Well, that's great, Brad. Love to see that. You put your medals in there, so that says a lot. Tyler, this is awesome. And you founded a highly successful online bullion company. You've built a tremendous team to run it, and you've inspired many people with your missional work for Christ. You're building an incredible legacy, not just here on earth, but afterwards too. So thank you so much for this interview and for blessing our stacking community. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the customers. I know you have a lot of customers that watch you. I mean, I run into some people in Costa Rica. They asked me where I was going to have a podcast at. I said Yankee Stacking. They said, hey, I follow Yankee Stacking. So I just want to say a big thank you to all the customers out there watching this, and just really appreciate what you're doing and supporting our business. And yeah, I mean, part of that comes back in tithing for Christian missionaries. And so even if you cannot donate to our Christian school, which is his pods, I still thank you for purchasing your bullion from us, because at the end of the day, we still donate some back to the school. So I appreciate your support.
That's great. Thank you very much. And do you have time for a few questions in the live
Yeah, no
stream?
problem.
All right, so I'm going to start a Q&A up, guys. Q&A. I'm going to stop the poll too. Let's end the poll. Very interesting. Did you buy any precious metals after Trump's election victory? 55% said no, 45% said yes. That's pretty good. All right. And I actually thought it'd be a little higher. I hope for buyers, I hope for especially new stackers, these prices stay down, because I think, to our earlier conversation, this is not where it's going to stay.
Yeah.
Much higher. What was your prediction again? I can go back and listen to it, but I want to hear it again. What
3,000 gold in the 6 to 9 months, and $40 per ounce silver is my prediction.
Wow. That's pretty cool. All right. So put your questions in the chat, guys. We're going to be doing later on giveaways. I do have so many people to thank for super chats that came in. Every $100, we give an extra ounce away. I already have an ounce that I need to add, and we're going to give away pocket pingers with silver. We're going to give away some constitutional silver that comes from SD Bullion, by the way. I'm getting kind of low. Chase said he was going to replenish me on some dimes, quarters, and half dollars. So Chase is awesome, man. He really is. All right, so let's go switch over at the top of the chat. You can switch to questions. We have one here. Preems. I don't understand that question. Do you know what a preem is? Tyler, do you see preems? Nope. Don't
No,
know that
I'm
one.
not sure on that
All
question.
right.
No.
Can you share any upcoming SD Bullion exclusives? Servant Silver wants to know.
Man, that's one thing I do not. Well,
Hmm?
the next one up is that giveaway we're talking about. We have something coming up start of next week, and
Right.
it's
And we can't reveal
yeah.
exactly what
Ah,
that is, I don't think. At least Chase told me I couldn't go all in on. We got to tease
yeah,
it. It's big.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all
I
right.
mean,
Yeah, it is.
you're the president, man. You do whatever you want.
It sounds like you're
You want
talking to Chase more than I
I
am. So
talk to Chase all the time, man. Are you kidding me? I'm texting with him all the time. Dude, do you see what's going on? Oh man, we were texting during the election. It
yeah.
was great. Um,
Well, what I
yeah.
do know is a minted or it's a limited mintage of 1,000 pieces, and
Oh,
I do know that they're looking to start pre-selling them early next week, and I think it's probably one of my favorite pieces. I don't know how I can't tease it anymore without giving it away. So
is it related to anything that I might already have had on my desk?
yeah, I
It
think it
might be
is. It's something
related to.
related to
Okay, that's all.
something
That's all we're
related
gonna
to
do.
yeah,
That's all we're gonna do.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And guys, next Thursday, Chase is going to join Silver Dragons and I on it's the season 6 finale of Silver Pro, sponsored by SD Bullion. It's going to be over at Silver Dragons channel. I'll have Chase Turner, the CEO of SD Bullion, on. He's going to spill the beans. He's going to tell us everything. There's something else too that I know of that's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I am really excited about. He probably shared that with you as well, right? There's a little of the yellow metal attached to it.
Ah, yes,
Okay, that's
yes,
all we're going to say.
yes.
Nothing else. Nothing else. But I'm excited about that too. We'll reveal it all next week on Silver Pro, so don't miss that. All right, so we got more questions here. Good try, by the way, Serpent Silver. See, 07 Black Dog, when is the next Commander release?
Wow, that's a question for next week.
Oh,
You know,
okay. All right, all right.
sorry, I wish I knew, but
George,
I do not keep track of the product release
let Chase
schedule.
do that. Let
Yeah, Chase
Chase
should do.
and Cole. Those guys are awesome. Georgia fan 9889. Let's see. Oh, yes, high talent. Can you give the Yankee community any inside scoop on what we can expect on Black Friday?
Ooh,
I,
yeah.
I
No,
can say I can say this much. Chase and I have already talked about doing a big Black Friday live stream
yeah.
with
No, that'd be a
amazing
great
deals.
idea.
Right,
You
early,
know,
early.
here's what I can say about Black Friday. I remember talking to the other co-founder about this, I think 2012, 2013. And I remember having an argument back in the day, and I said, "Hey, look, we need to do something big on Black Friday." He's like, "What are you talking about? Black Friday's not a thing in the bullion industry."
Mm-hmm,
And I
mm-hmm.
was like, "No, I think let's make it a thing." And so it was our first year in business, and we killed it. I mean, nobody else was doing anything in this market,
Yep.
and we were like, I love this idea for live streaming with you, but we've always put a lot of emphasis on running deals, and for us, it's just about building the enthusiasm in the precious metal market, just having
Mm.
fun. We had a lot of fun. It was so much fun. I mean, even though we were shipping on Sunday, we were shipping on. I take Saturday off for the Sabbath day, but we were shipping on Sunday for the parties or for a pizza party. We were shipping all day, but it was still fun. We were having fun with it. So it was cool to do that first year and having a Black Friday special. And now it's pretty commonplace, but I'm sure we'll have some really good deals. I
Oh,
just don't know
oh
what they
yeah.
are yet.
It's gonna be fun. Master
Yeah.
John Oblee, when is that Tree of Life giveaway gonna happen? Been forever. Oh yes. I get a
Yeah.
lot of comments, emails, people texting me or asking,
Well,
when is it gonna happen?
that is a great giveaway. So I think look, I've always been the one making the phone call, and I'm not sure. Chase hasn't told me if I'm going to make the phone call again, but I usually do. And that is so much fun. I mean, it is so much fun to get somebody in the line, and I try to catch them totally out of the blue, let them know who I am,
Right.
and I try to do it the same way every time, and so they generally get a sense because they've watched the advertisement so many times that they want. That is so much fun to make that phone call and let somebody know that they want a monster box of silver.
Usually it closes down in terms of taking new people at the end of the year, and then
End of
it's
the year. Yeah,
usually done
I
in
think that
January,
in
February.
January. Yeah, the
January.
selection
Yeah.
I think is normally in January, and
Yeah.
you might not know about till February because they're releasing the video. So
One of the guys, I don't know how many years back, said he found out about it through my channel and won. The one
Really?
he won, yeah. He's like, oh my word,
Yeah.
I entered through Yankee seconds. I felt
Yeah.
that's pretty exciting. He had told me. Let's see. Have you ever done a financial demonstration for your church? 3D Woodworks wants to know. Financial
So
demonstration.
yeah, it's a good question. So one of our first purchases, I actually answered the phone call. It was like day 2 or day 3 back in 2012, right when we first got
Mm-hmm.
started. I answered the phone calls. I answered phone calls for the first 3 days. And the first day we had no orders. Actually, I think the first week we actually had no orders. We had 4 phone calls, and 3 of them were for Canada. And then the next one, we actually the Monday or Tuesday that following week, one of the first phone calls was a church.
Mm.
And so one of our first order that was for SD Bullion got provided an order. I think it was around $75,000 of a church in Ohio, and they were putting some of their assets into precious metals. Now, other churches I've been a part of, they have asked me about that. Of course, if they have financial advisors on their board, like the ones that work with the traditional financial advisors, of course they're not going to tell the church to put it in precious metals. But I do think it's a great idea, and I have
Mm-hmm.
not done a financial discussion with them, but I've tried to talk some of the churches that I've been a part of into it,
Yep.
but I don't want to make money off. Like that wasn't the intent. I wanted to sell them at cost, but I just really felt like it was a good thing for the church to do if they have excess in their bank accounts, that they put it in precious metals. That probably does make the most sense to put it in a depository at that point, right? So
Right.
that you don't want
Right.
any chance that somebody from the congregation could get
Yep.
accused of stealing.
Yep.
So you put it in the depository, you have it in something that's going to preserve purchasing power and not something like risky like the stock market. For me, it's a home run. And
Mm.
I do think that is a great idea.
Sugar sand prospecting. I like this question. Trump tariffs. Do you foresee super high premiums on foreign precious metals, silver and gold?
Man, normally I would say if you ask me right now, I'd say no.
Mm-hmm.
I normally they put exemptions for what we call money, right?
Money.
It's
Real
it's
money.
money, real money. So normally there's exemptions for those sort of things. I would hope they leave it in there. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for me if they put them in there. So I'm hoping that they don't do that for sure.
Natonic. Is 14% premium on 20 ounces of silver decent? Depends on the
Mm,
silver too, right? I mean,
yeah. Uh,
I have certain targets, thresholds. For gold, it's got to be less than 5%
right.
premium, usually. Yeah, unless it's a collectible I have to have just for some fun. But if I'm stacking 1%, 2% gold, silver, any of the sovereign silver, I like to see it below 20.
Yeah.
Rounds, about half that, maybe a little less, maybe even much less if I really look hard and there's a deal. In fact, I love to go to your docs deals every so often and take a look.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably the same way in your targets. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very interesting because in a market that's hot, right? I mean,
Ooh.
if silver gets smashed down to $15 an ounce like we saw several years ago,
Yep.
everybody would love if it went down to $15 an ounce right now, I think, because I mean we'd just be loading up the back of the truck. But you know, paying $3 or $4 over a spot for a silver eagle at 15, I mean,
Mm,
I'm not doing the premium calculation, right? I'm not.
mm.
It's a great deal. I mean, you got to factor. In my mind, I factor in both the market price plus the premium, and that's where I go with it. I don't look at the premium percentage necessarily. Like I'll compare products, of course, but I don't put a lot of thought into the premium percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm saying $40 silver in my prediction, 6 to 9 months out,
Hmm.
I'm trying to 32, whatever silver, 35 out the door for a silver ounce. Yeah, sure, $5 gain. So
Yep.
that's where I'm looking at it.
Bellows Forge says, Tyler, will Trump related bullion, where is that right here? Yeah, increase in value since he was elected president again? Will there be an extra
Maybe.
premium? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends what happens, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, so I mean, hard to say. I always, when it comes down to pricing of products, it's very interesting because everybody's like, well, what products are the best deals? And I'm like, well, they're priced according to what the market's at right now.
Right.
And if we knew what they were going to do a few years from now, of course, then we would, not be selling it or selling it for, I make everything's priced according to where the market's at right now. So that's kind of how I kind of look at it.
Yep. Uh, Chris Tu Lagas says, I have a quick question. Sorry, I came in late for your Truth series. Will it still continue to run as a New Zealand currency, or will it change at some point? So, like the
Well,
Nui Mint,
that's a
Nui,
great
yeah,
question.
yep.
So because it's the lowest silver price coin in the world, or that's one of our, our BU, that's one of our goals is to try to provide it to the
Mm.
lowest price. The Nui effigy is one of the lowest price effigies to have on there. So
Ah,
that's kind of how it started and why it started with that, the Nui. But I've always wanted to put the shekel on the back of this piece. I think it'd be an absolute home run.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
But Israel, the people in charge, the monetary authorities in charge, do not do the effigy agreements like Nui does it. So maybe someday we could get the shekel on the back. That would be my
Mm.
dream. But I don't want to do it, but have to pay like an arm and a leg to put it on there because we do want to keep it a low price silver coin. But if the price is right, maybe we can do it. That would be my dream.
Space Cowboy, do you think the market, I'm assuming equities market, maybe bond market, is going to crash along with the prices of gold and silver before reaching your $3,000 gold target and your $40 silver target?
This is the equity markets.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Man,
equities at this point.
I,
Yep.
I, I am I'm pretty bullish on equity just because I think there's the inflationary pressures are so high. I think with the Trump administration that I think everything goes up in value, but I just think precious metals go up more, in my
Yep.
opinion. So that's where my prediction is. And so I don't see a situation. I mean, maybe it's short term, and that's way the Federal Reserve can fire up the QE printing,
Yep.
press.
Yep.
Maybe it's a short term dip like that, but like that's not where I'm forecasting, 4 years out. I think equities are gonna go higher too.
Cindy Sells, what's your opinion on stacking copper?
Yeah, copper is an interesting thing. I mean, I don't love it from a stacking perspective. Maybe having some of it's fine. It's hard because when you look at copper and the amount of copper that's in a coin, it's the cost to actually striking it is a sizable percent of the actual cost of it because striking a silver coin or striking a copper coin or
Mm-hmm.
striking a gold coin, the strike is the machine that does it, the electricity that goes into it. I mean, it's very similar in terms of the cost of the fixed cost that goes into it. Now, copper makes more sense to me in larger bar format. So it depends if you're talking rounds or coins, but if you're going to buy it, then I like the larger products, the larger format personally.
Zachary wants to know about buying gold grams. Is that worth it?
Yeah, so it's interesting because again, it's about what market you're in at the time, and in a market where divisibility is hard to find, right? Gold grams make a lot of sense. I mean, the premium's high, but it depends if you're looking for divisibility, just like 90% silver. So I wouldn't be putting a huge amount of that your stack into it, but having some of it makes sense to me.
Frank wants to know, and by the way, Frank Caviglia, I appreciate you being a longtime member. Look at all the stars. I love it. When will James Anderson be on Yankee again? Oh, Frank.
Uh,
I
uh,
think James is he back in the
he's south
States?
of us. Well, he's south of us. Well, he was south, but he's actually going back to Ohio. So I
Oh
imagine
wow.
he's
Okay.
available.
I'll let
Yeah.
him settle a little bit, and I will definitely get James back on. We
Yeah.
may bring him in for the next season of Silver Pros.
Awesome. Yeah. He'd love
He's
that for
great. Oh
sure.
boy, does he know his stuff.
He's so smart.
All right, a couple more. Oh, Connor J. What does the SD and SD Bullion stand for?
Sure. An easy one. All right. So
That's
we
an
started
easy
out
one,
as
right?
our website was silver doctors back in the day. Like you mentioned, medical doctors. I was a pharmacist. The other co-founder, John, was a pharmacist. And so we have doctorate degrees in pharmacy. We said, hey, what better way of naming a website for us to be doctors of than silver doctors? So it started out silverdoctors.com. And that's where SD comes from, is silver doctors.
I apologize for not putting Dr. Tyler Wall, president of SD Bullion, on the
Yeah.
screen. I feel bad. You are a doctor. How about, let's see. Nope, we already had that one. What's a fair price for cull silver? Eagles, silver rounds, cull, circulated, worn. You don't sell those often, do you?
No, I mean, no, we don't really sell a
Sometimes.
lot of
I've
them.
seen them once before, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't tell you a price on that right now.
Yeah. But I've picked them up. You can get those sometimes at a local coin shop. But in the day, I was getting for like $1 over spot. That
Uh-huh.
was crazy and all scratched up and dinged up. But I just usually buy the BUs. If I can get some calls, and if it's a great deal, I don't care. It's silver is silver. To me, you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a low premium and you're getting a well-recognized, trusted American Eagle coin. So, yeah, if you can find some, go for it. Eagles or Buffalo Gold? Perry wants to know. Do you want gold Eagles or gold Buffaloes if you could choose just one?
Mm. Man, I like them both. I've heard arguments both ways. I'm gonna go with Gold Eagles just because it's
Okay.
slightly more recognizable. But a lot of people like the purity of the Gold Buffaloes, and so I get that too.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with recognizability of it's a toss up. I mean, I'm not I'm 51-49 or something in my answer.
Five Solus says, How did you do with the Una and the Lion? How was that?
No, I
That
think it's
was,
very
oh yeah.
successful. Yeah, very successful
I
from
don't
what
have
I've
mine
heard. And
handy, but yeah, I love that. I love that bar. That was
yeah,
gorgeous. Okay, one more. You guys are so creative. What is the process of designing? Sorry, B. Taylor. You guys are so creative. What is the process of creating a design for a coin? For example, the Commander series.
that's an interesting one. So it's similar in terms of process, in terms of the design. I mean, lots of times it starts with the conversation, a team of just throwing out ideas. Sometimes it's an instant home run, and sometimes it's like, man, like the Truth series, for example. We wanted to come out with 4 coin series for a long time, and I think it took 3 or 4 years for us to actually think of those last 2 designs. And it came
Right.
to me, studying the Bible one night, and it just came to me instantly. And then like the lightest one, which would be that comes to mind is the flag bar, the cross and flag bar. Uh,
Oh
that
yeah.
that was an instant home run from the time, I think Cole
Love
actually
that.
came up with that design. Cole actually came up with it. A lot of people say, well, it must have been Tyler, but Cole actually came up with it. From my understanding, he showed it to me. I'm like, yeah, get it going now. Uh, and it
Yep.
still took a year because um, not only is the design part of it with you just put a sketch, but all the things that go into like the depth of the strike and how the strike works on the coin. I mean, it takes forever, and then we get samples in, and then I mean, almost always we send back the samples on the first strike. We say, oh, well, we like this, we don't like that. This is there's a smudge here, and we send it back. And so sometimes it goes through 3 or 4 iterations before it actually goes live out to the public. And so I would say in general, it's about a year and a half process, and yeah, it can take a while. So
I'm showing it right now. I love the design. Cole did an awesome job. So yeah, I love
yeah,
that gold bar.
and everybody, if anybody hasn't watched that video of that bar, like go to SD Blaine's channel and look that video up. It's a 2 minute video, and it does a great job of walking you through how it's stamped and pressed. And so that would be a great video to watch to see how a coin struck.
Yeah, that's a great one. Um, no, I am not going to ask Tyler if the wheel is rigged. He knows it's not.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't
It,
think it is.
I don't
Personal
think.
opinion. Yeah.
That's great, man. I'll tell you. No, it is not rigged, guys. So we're gonna be doing giveaways in just a bit, but I need to let you go, buddy. I'm sure you've had a long day, and I really appreciate you joining tonight.
Well, it's great. It's great to be a part of this show, Yankee. Really appreciate your support. We love sponsoring your YouTube channel, and just have fun with Chase next week. Just,
All
hey,
right.
listeners, prepare your tough questions. Get them ready to go. Send them all
Well,
at Chase's way.
I will. Thanks a lot, Tyler.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Wow, that was so cool. A lot of fun. And now we've got some other more fun to do here. I do want to open up the call line, and that way we can get your questions. For me, I know Tyler's not there, but before we do that, I do want to shout out some super chats. We've got some really, really amazing super chats that came in here. Wow, I'm looking, man. I don't want to miss any. About an hour ago. Here we go. So Tyler Pelletier super chatted $2 again for $2. New Florida Goldbacks, and check out Kinesis. Jesse, member for 2 months, not rigged. Yes, thank you, Jesse. Dave Jobs is member for 7 months. Yes, thank you. Tyler, another $2. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Jesse, super chat at $2. I need a monster box. Number 45 to 47. I love it. Dave Job, super chatted $2. MP68, super chatted $100. Hi, Tyler, Yankee, and all the community. Good luck in winning some great silver giveaways tonight. Yes. Let's see. Tyler, again, check out Plan B Paraguay for $2. Thank you. Not banned account, super chatted $2. How will Trump crashing the economy affect silver? Well, let's hope Trump doesn't crash the economy, but let's remember the economy is in deep, deep trouble. The banks are in deep, deep trouble. Our dollar is in deep, deep trouble. We got to be stacking, guys, no matter who's in the White House. I'm going to be dropping a video on Sunday that I'm still working. I have a working title here. I don't want to get people too upset because I really am excited that Trump won, and I voted for him, but we're in a euphoria that is unwarranted. Things are going to get worse. We're going to have austerity and a lot of pain before we climb out of this reckless monetary and fiscal hell that we're in, to be honest with you. Tiger Stacker super chatted $10. Hi, Tiger and Yankee. Sorry I'm late at work. Tiger, do you have any room in your organization to hire a tiger? Yeah, I bet. You would love to work there, buddy. I know you. You'd be prowling around their place, looking at all their silver and gold. You would enjoy working there, buddy. Let's see. Ox1661 super chatted $10. Thanks to Yankee, Silver Dragons, and Silver Seeker for turning me on to SD Bullion. Great company, great service. You know, I didn't get into all the details. I didn't want to, spend the time there. But guys, price, trust, service, speed of order fulfillment, and numerous payment options. These guys are incredible. I trust them completely. I've had people email me when they've had issues with anything, and I might sometimes forward them off the chase. Bang, it's solved, done, fixed. These guys do it and do it right, and of course they're faith-based, foundationally Christian organization too, and that means a lot to me too. So let's see. Sorry, oh yeah, Jessica, $5, Golden Era. Thank you for that super chat, Jessica. Jesse Caddy super chatted $2, making my SD Bullion order out as I'm listening. I love that timing. That's great. Jeff Tooley Tiger Thomas, thank you for being a member 19 months. Hello, my fellow silver stackers. Pete's Repeat super chatted $10. Tim, Speaker of the House, Yankee, White House spokesman. I'd love to work for their press corps, right? No, not press corps. They're marketing. Yeah, that's it, marketing. Frank, thank you for being a member for so long. I really do appreciate that. JT Coin Rings, what's up, buddy? $2. Hello, Yankee in chat. And as every time you pop in and do a super chat, I show everybody the coin ring that you made for me. This thing hasn't come off in years, buddy. Thank you so much, JT Coin Rings. Check him out. He knows how to make some fabulous stuff. Eric Bauer, thank you for being a member for so long. Let's see. We got Kimberly Forbes, super chatted 99 cents. Thank you for that. 3D Woodwork, super chatted $2. Rigged because Tiger Stacker says so. Oh, really? Okay. Yep, I got it. Wrong. RDHD4 DYZ has super chatted $5. How rigged is it? It's not. I'm going to be putting names on the wheel soon. Brian Sexton super chatted $10. Audit the Fed. Trim the fat from the bloated government. Audit it and then end it. We don't need a central bank, guys. We didn't need it for hundreds of years. We don't need it now. Let's see. Frank Cavilla super chatted $20. Trump's tariffs will enable China's bazooka stimulus here shortly. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Ray Barr has been a member. Good to see you, Ray Barr. The GA is not too big to be rigged. I take it back. It's not good to see you, right? No, it really is good to see you, buddy. Bert, super chat at $2. All right, I think I've caught up. You guys are great. Thank you. And I think we're at 188. So we definitely, let's start organizing a bit here for the giveaways. I really like these too. In fact, I might just throw in an extra round because I'm happy about what happened Tuesday. Let me look at these. Pentagon? No. What's police department? Let's roll. How about this one? I'm going to just add this. Just add that from my stack because that's in celebration of a Trump victory right there. Boom. All right. Let's also do, let's see, maybe a couple $50. Oh, we get dimes here. We got to do dimes. Oh, no, I have to remember. We're going to open the call line up soon, so I'm going to leave that. 1, 2, let's see here. That one will be later. Let's move that Trump here. And just so you know, not Rig Nation. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 dimes. That's a nice little giveaway. I do have replenishment coming from SD Bullion on giveaways. That's cool. We did break, we broke 100. So that's another one right here. Let's get these buffaloes up. People always get upset that I touch my silver. Guys, it's bullion, all right? Don't wear gloves. I don't care if it's just bullion, it's fine. It's not numismatic coins. So, and really is the sulfur inner atmosphere that causes the tarnish on these coins. All right, so that, oh, I know, pocket pingers. We got to give away a couple pocket pingers. What do you think? Real silver in each one and a fake silver Kennedy $50. So we got a real one and a fake one. It comes with the pocket pinger. I have a question for everyone. I'm going to give 2 away tonight for those. I have a question. What is your favorite thing to ping? What's your favorite thing to ping? All right. Gold and silver. I'll tell you what mine is, and I'll actually demonstrate because I love it. So we'll do silver first. So I love silver, and I love the Kennedy $50. There's something just beautiful. Listen to this. Wow. I love that. So with or without the stack stick, I love the $50. And again, with the app on your phone, it'll tell you right away if that's fake or real. Now gold. Listen to this. Tell me, well, I probably had it on the table. You probably already know what it is, but listen. And it just keeps going and going and going. It's the Gold Eagle. Still going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. Love the Gold Eagle. So that is my favorite gold to ping. What is your favorite thing to ping? And if you don't have a pocket pinger, I know some of you are waiting to win. I had somebody tell me, I've been waiting for 3 years, Yankee, to win one of those pocket pingers. It's like not that expensive. They're really, really inexpensive, but get a pocket pinger. Test your metals. Always test your metals, especially if you're buying gold and silver in a, what do I want to say? We buy gold, pawn shop, at a flea market, private sale. If you're not confident, you got to test. You have to. And there's a whole bunch of ways to test your metals. I just love the idea of slapping that in my pocket, having no problem whatsoever in testing my metals. So let's move this out of the way. We got those. Look at this. Look at this. I got this from, whoops, did I just rip it? Shoot. I got a letter. What up, Yankee and Stackers? Thanks for helping grow JC Truther. JC Truther. Mods, if you want to throw JC Truther's channel name in there. definitely will do. I would appreciate if you would, because he's been such a nice guy. He's been sending me stuff for weeks now. YouTube channel and helping share the word of God. Here is the November 2024 donation. See what I tell you? He's doing this like every month for Tuesday. Not rigged wheel. Oh, did you catch that? Not rigged wheel. Keep on stacking. Love you much. Stay strong. Oh, by the way, look at this. He threw a 10 spot in to help with the shipping. He's the man. So we're going to give this away tonight. Here's the 5. There's the money. Very nice of him to do that, or currency, I should call it. It is a pocket scale, portable, easy to use. Ooh, very nice. I mean, I have my pocket scale. I use it all the time. This is for one lucky winner, courtesy of JC Truther. So we'll add that to the lineup. Did I just see more super chats come in? Are you taking more of my silver away? Let's see here. Yeah, you are. Frank super chatted $20. Trump's tariffs will enable China's, but yeah, I mentioned that. Ray Bar, sorry. We had Bert super chatted $2. Sam Murray super chatted $10. Eric Bauer super chatted $10. Let's just get that 200. Thanks, Yankee. And Mr. E super chatted £2. Before the God, pray and give thanks to his glory. Amen. Mr. E, absolutely. I don't know, Mr. E, have you ever been a part of my prayer live streams with Mrs. Yankee? We do an entire live stream about every month. You got to join me on that. That is a very, very special blessing that I have, that I'm able to do on my channel. So yeah, check that out. El Mucano, good to see him in here. Super chat at $5. Coin hunting, just found a 90% silver dime. Better odds than that rigged wheel. Oh, you're killing me. You can tell who's part of the rigged nation. Thanks, Ray Bar, for starting that. And, of course, Tiger Stacker for beating it into the ground. And he never lets up. You guys, MR, El Mocano, you guys always do that. All right, so before I give away, I want to do the quick call-in. So I'm going to open up the call line, guys. All right, first let me add another round. So if you guys, these are all the giveaways here. If you guys have the number, it's been rolling around in the chat. I'm going to open the call line up. If you want to call in and talk to me and ask any question you'd like, feel free to do that. Let's see. The number, mods. Oh, Thule. Thank you. Call line is 978-406-9103. Ask your questions live. Thank you. All right. Let's do it. The call line is open. Let's see who calls in first. Hello, you're on with Yankee.
Hey, Yankee, it's Ray Bar.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got in first. It's been a while, so I think
you still have my number on speed dial.
Yeah, I escaped the bot that you had that would never let me in. So now, because it's been a while,
Stop it! Come on, man.
So you know me. I always try and bring you like the Fed questions. So today, the Fed cut 25 basis points.
Right.
If you look at both the stock and the bond market, I think the stock market's kind of exploding on the upside for like optimism with Trump.
Yep.
But I see bond yields going up, and I
Absolutely.
think my kind of interpretation of it is like with some of the ideas, some folks think that inflation will continue to be an issue. And so, like, what do you think about like the whole scenario with like how it's going to affect gold and silver markets? But because right now I think we're in a weird time of optimism, but like you said, I think the financial economy and the real economy are kind of separate of each other, like they have been since like the financial crisis.
We're on a sugar high, buddy. We are. We are. We're on an economic, political sugar high. At least maybe us. It is fun to listen to some of the woke people melt down, and the mainstream media go completely ballistic. They don't get it, but we got it. The American public gets it, and we voted, and we made a difference. And I think it's good. I think there's a lot of fundamental things for our country that are going to improve. But there is something that, and I'm going to drop a video on Sunday that I have a feeling I'm going to really tick some people off on. I don't want to stomp on the MAGA party here. I really don't. But when it comes to our debt and our deficits and our interest rates and the bond market that you mentioned, we're headed for a catastrophe unless we do the hard stuff. And don't tell me that Elon Musk is going to make everything great, okay, by cutting the waste. He's going to cut maybe 100, 200, 300 billion, 400 billion if he's really lucky. That's a rounding error.
Yeah.
That's
it's like an eye drop in the
nothing.
ocean when you look at our overall
exactly
amount.
Because he's not going to be able to touch the entitlements. He's not going to be able to touch any big ticket item, right? The defense, interest on the debt's not going to be able to be touched. Medicare, Social Security, all that's off the table, man. That's it. I mean, yeah, he could definitely get rid of some departments. He can trim fat. I love Elon Musk, but we got to be realistic about what can be truly cut. And I don't see an appetite in Washington to do that. Frankly, I don't think he could even get it past Congress. And I know he has the Senate. I know he has the House still, I think. But I don't think he could get it. Everybody wants to spend. It's big government now. Small government's gone. So we're going to be spending. And then he's going to cut taxes. What is that going to do to the deficit? It's going to blow up. And then we will not be able to service the debt unless the rates keep cutting. And what is that going to do to the bond market? This is going to blow up. And the QE is going to start. The printing presses. You just heard. You were hopefully on when you heard what Tyler said. They're going to run the presses.
So what do you think about, like, obviously the national debt's continuing to balloon up, but some of the argument is that if we return back to growth with some of that deregulation, that it can almost outpace like that. Obviously if the country is growing, GDP is growing. Even though the national debt's growing, it's like, it's less than what it might look like, So like, what do you think about like that? Right?
It takes a lot more than people realize. You can't just turn the spigot on. This is going to take years and years. This could be, hopefully JD Vance, his VP, if he is the next president. Remember, we got 4 years of Trump. He's done. Maybe it's J.D. Vance's VP who becomes president that sees the result of bringing all the manufacturing back, of the tariffs, of all the productivity that we need to have as a nation. It is going to take at least a decade to really see that. And it's going to take some austerity. It's going to take some tough choices, and people don't want to see that happen. So what gets sacrificed? The dollar. Inflation takes off. It's a lot easier to kick the can down the road with inflation, which is a tax on our future, than it is to really make some tough choices. I don't think we got to remember who Trump is. He does so much right. And I'm so happy at so many levels, like the Supreme Court, our judicial reviews systems, all the judges that he's going to be able to appoint. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he can do and do right. He likes ZIRP, zero interest rates. He loves it. I love it. Yeah. He loves that. And he doesn't really mind inflation. Of course, he, talks a lot about it when he's not in the White House. But really, I mean, that inflates away his debt. He's talked about this. Listen to what he says. I really think that, and I pray that this doesn't happen, Ray, but I think we could be into some really difficult times economically when it comes to our debt and deficits. And I do think that QE will occur. I think it's a greater chance of that occurring in the next 4 years. The Democrats will just jump down his throats, and the liberals are going to have a field day. The mainstream media is going to tout how bad it was under Trump's second term, and oh my word.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're not quite out of the woods yet. I think we do have that optimism high.
Yeah.
So silver and gold has been kind of trending up, I think, into the election with a little bit of uncertainty. A lot of people flee to kind of like the safe guard assets. And so we saw the slight dip, and the stock market went up.
Yep.
Silver gold slightly dipped. Yep. And now we're kind of see it kind of returned a little bit. What do you think is your price prediction for like where silver and gold is headed into 2025, right? Because, we still have 70 days or whatever until the actual transition and everything. But, as the cog starts to kind of move, where do you see silver and gold going in 2025?
In 2025? Oh,
yeah,
I agreed with Tyler on that. Gold is easily going to break 3,000. Easy next year, in my opinion. Silver 40, yeah, that's an easy bet in my mind. I already had thought that, at the end of last year, I was thinking 2025 would be around that. My predictions for silver and gold for this year were blown through. I mean, it was higher both times. This pullback, I was talking to Tim too on the phone. He's like, I said, Tim, is this it? You've been calling for this pullback. This is it. We've been thinking, and I thought it would happen after he won. He said, yeah, but it may flip around quick. It may have just been a shot in the arm, and it's done. It's going back up again. What are we at? 27.06.
Yeah.
Silver 31 and almost 32. It's going to go up.
And I think part of it too, right, is like for us that's been stacking for a while, and obviously you longer than me, and some of the folks in the community longer than all of us. But it's kind of sometimes like the psychology of money, where you have to get over yourself of, okay, I was buying silver at 2,000 an ounce, gold at 2,000 an ounce, but it's like now that it's 2,700, it's with the premium, maybe 28, 29. You almost have to think to yourself, like for me, I bought the majority of my gold around like the 2,000, 2,100 mark. So sometimes I can't get over that mental hurdle, but I just have to force myself.
Yes.
And what I remind myself is, what's the saying? It's like, take the risk or lose the chance. And so how I look at it is, even though in my mind it's like, oh man, all my cost average is at 2,100, I still continue to buy because what is the future going to look like? And I think this is one of those things that in 30 years I'm going to look back and appreciate that I was able to buy at 2,800.
Yep.
So
all right. So I think everybody in the chat's telling you to leave.
Yeah, no, I know. I was going to say I'm taking a little bit too much time, but I'm going to get out of here, Yankee. Always good talking to you, buddy.
It's always good talking to you, and it is not Rig Nation, right?
Yep. Oh, well, it is rigged, but
No.
Later, Yankee.
Bye. All right, 2 more calls. Actually, he didn't say the early bird word. That's interesting. Hello, you're on with Yankee.
Yankee.
What's up?
It's MR. Rig Nation gets in again.
No. Why you guys do this to me? Hi, MR. How are you? You're quick.
Good, buddy.
I need somebody. I need a newbie. Somebody who's never called in to call in. I really want someone.
Tiger's next.
No, I'll hang up on Tiger. I should hang up on you, MR, for what you put me through in the chat, man. What's up? All right.
Not much. Just
what's up?
Make it quick. Everybody's spamming gauze, so they want the gauze.
I know they do. Yes, they do.
Just want to thank Tyler, SD Bullion, for great information tonight, and great deals as always that they offer on their site.
They're awesome, aren't they?
Absolutely.
And I'll get just dime. You said the early bird word. I'll get this out to you, buddy.
All right.
Email me your mailing address. All right.
Will do. Appreciate your Tiger. Call in quickly.
No. I'm telling you, I'm not going to answer it. Nope. I'm not going to answer it. All right, bye. Oh, somebody new. Call in. The line's open. Oh, Tiger, I'm telling you, man. You better not call in. All right. Getting a call here. Hello, you're on with Yankee.
No way.
Yay.
Yankee.
Hi, who's this?
How's it going? This is Great Scott.
Hi, Great Scott. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, it's my pleasure. First time caller.
Yes, we got a first guy right here. I love it. What can I answer for you? What kind of question?
Well, I'm curious if you think that there's a possibility that usage will overpower scarcity in the gold to silver ratio.
Okay. Usage will overpower scarcity in the gold
So
to
they
silver
say
ratio.
there's more gold,
Yep.
but they say silver has a lot more usage.
Ooh,
So
boy.
I'm calling the emperor wears no clothes.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a big GSR player in the stacking community, and I also don't always trust the numbers about available silver, silver uses, and how much is being used in various ways, especially in the military. I've heard conflicting numbers. How much silver is actually able to be mined rather quickly if it was economical to do it. So above ground silver, refined silver, underground silver. Silver is a byproduct of gold mining. I've studied a lot about gold mining, and it's amazing how much silver is like, let's just put the silver over here or after the gold. I don't really feel confident that there's going to be this massive drop in the GSR to the point it's like, I've heard some numbers, single digits, it's going to be 12 to 1. It's going to be 15 to 1. It's going to be 1 to 1. I mean, no, I just don't buy it. So that's just my perspective. What do you think?
Well, I think silver's going to win in a landslide against gold.
Okay. You know what? I stack both for different but very similar reasons. I think there's a use case and a stacking case to be made for both. Right now, twice the value that I have is in gold, but I'm an old guy. I don't like all the volatility. Maybe if I was 28 instead of 58, I might have been like silver only, but for me, I like some of that stability. And I just don't know if the ratios, I can see 70 to 1 and 60 to 1. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe even 50, but in the teens, I struggle with that. I really do. So were you on in the pre-show at all?
I'm sorry, was I what?
Were you on the pre-show early?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Okay. I didn't know if you had heard the early bird words at all.
That's why I said I thought that silver will win in a landslide against gold.
Oh, you caught me. You caught me. Good. Let's see. Oh, man. Would you rather have a Walker or a Kennedy? Walker or Kennedy $50? Your choice.
Well, I like the one that you like to ping the most, the Kennedy.
All right. The Kennedy is yours. Please email me your mailing address, and I will get that out to you. I'm going to put this back. See if somebody can get that after this call. I am so glad you called in, and I am so glad this is your first time. That's great.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Yankee and Tiger. It is not rigged.
Yeah, way to go. Thanks, Aaron. Take care, buddy.
All
right. I'll open it up one more time, and then we'll do the giveaways all at once. I do have a special giveaway, though, I need to do. I'll do that one first. Hello, you are on with Yankee.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
You might want to mute.
Ronald Rockmore speaking.
You might want to mute the live stream in the background. Who is this?
This is Ronald Rockmore speaking.
Ronald, how are you tonight?
Doing fine, sir. Doing fine.
Good. What can I answer for you?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for bringing SD Bullion on the program tonight. I do a lot of business with them.
Good. What's your opinion? What do you think of them as an online bullion dealer?
They're my go-to.
Yes.
I go to them. I've been buying a lot of maples from them.
Yep.
And also, I used to buy silver eagles from them in the past, but I've really been focusing on the maples.
Well, that's awesome. I blew it on the last call, but I didn't on this one. So I did hear you say silver eagle. I have this Walker left. This is my last $50 until I get replenished. That's yours, Ronald.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the shout out for SD Bullion too. How long have you been buying from them?
3 years.
Wow, excellent.
And I have over 400 troy ounces of silver.
Woo! Good for you. Well done. Well done. Do you get any gold too along with that, or do you stick with silver?
Right now, sticking with silver.
Yep. Understood. Makes a lot of sense.
I started buying when the price per ounce was $18.
Oh man, that's great. That is awesome. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? When you look at or hear probably people saying, "Oh, it's so expensive, $32," and you're like, or if it drops down to like, "Oh, if it gets below 30, that's so cheap," and you're thinking, "Whew." Yeah, it's all when you get in, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, good for you. Thank you so much for calling. Don't forget to send me your mailing address. All right.
Yes, sir. I will do.
All right. I appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, those are the calls. Here's the special giveaway that I need to do tonight. So there was I told you about this, I think earlier, right? So there was a video here that I dropped right there. Silver Delivery horrified me. This is from October 31st. And I gathered up all the comments in that video. Let me show you right here. Boom, there they are. And I filtered them on text that contains the number 14. That was the key number, 14. The comment had to have 14. So I searched on that. I got all those sorted out. Now I need to take those. I'm going to give away an extra ounce of silver for all these names in the chat, in the comments on that video. I will post, I'll put a special post announcing the winner so that if they're not on the live stream, they'll hear about it. But this is a good practice run too for the wheel. So let's put that up. This is just something I need to do for 1 ounce of silver. Let's warm it up right here and spin it while this is going on. This has nothing to do with the live stream right now. This is for the comment on that video. So this gray section for you newbies here is the vortex of names. It sucks them in and spits them out. So I can put enough on here that you can read, and it's not tiny infinitesimal lettering. So we got Gregory Agree, Big Ted 13, Rock and Resistance, Douglas Scone, 3823, and I think Douglas. There it is. No, Dan, I'm not getting the rigging to work tonight. Come on. Douglas Scone, you won. Maybe you're on here. Maybe you're not. But hey, email me your mailing address. If you are on, I will post that winner right here. Let me just copy that for later. There we go. I'm going to remove that. Actually, I think I'm going to remove all of them because that was just for that one giveaway. All right, so let's get back to the main screen here. I'll put that name here. I'll post that on the video and maybe a community post too. Hopefully that person will get back to me. All right. How many did I just break 300? Look at that. I want to shout out a few more super chatters. Thomas Boyd, super chatted $5, Stack Silver, and Eat Carnivore. Okay, Refurb, sorry, super chatted $10. Wow. Kimberly Forbes, super chatted $20. A cool 10-ounce bar would be thug life. Trump, Vance, JFK, JR, Elon. Wow. Loafer, Sheffield, super chatted £5. Book, Mandibles, pass it around, return address supplied, son's name, playfully trolling, Midson X, drink beer. You know, I haven't read it yet. I'm still waiting for that Mandibles to show up. I want to read it. I heard it's a great book. Tiger Stackers just super chatted $10. Yankee. Like, that is so mean. I do not like Kamala or whatever. I don't even want to have to worry about that anymore. At our monthly meeting, Yankee said he wouldn't hang up on me. Next phone call, either he's a liar or he has Alzheimer's. I'm not a liar and I have Alzheimer's. And you never got through, buddy. You didn't call. Sorry. 949 Design, super chat at $20. So close. Good luck, everyone. By the way, 949, I saw that you gifted out some memberships. Thank you so much for that. I do want to tell everybody really quickly, if you don't know, I have for all my members a local coin shop master list. Okay, this is something that people have been asking for me for years. This is a crowdsourced, crowd-maintained, moderated spreadsheet of local coin shops from around the country, okay? And people put them in. All my members can have access to this spreadsheet, okay? Wherever you live, and it has ratings. So if you are a member at any level, please email me access or request access for this, okay? And I will add you right up here in the share, right there. I'm sharing right now with 36 people. There's a lot more members than that. So if you want, let me know, and I will add you to that list. It's really fun. People love it. How do you get a membership, says Troy. Oh, my word. It's been scrolling in the chat. There are links in the chat. There are links on my channel. There are links in the description of my videos. There are links everywhere. There's links at the end of this live stream. And mods will probably throw that out there for you as well. But anyways, if you're interested, either a Patriot Pistol membership, named after my eponymous Patriot Pistol, silver, beautiful silver barter coins. Look at those. Wow. That's the Patriot Pistol. Of course, I've got the Yankee cannon. And then there's the Buffalo Bullet, which I don't think I have handy right now. Oh, it's over there. It's out of reach. Yeah, it's out of reach. My Buffalo Bullet. So at any level, you have access to that local coin shop master list. Email me. All right. I think that's it. We're done with the calls. We're done with that. And we broke 300. So what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Hold on. Let's see here. Is there something special? Do I have? No. I thought I had another. Oh, is it over here? Nope, that's not it either. Shoot, I wanted to do something else. Yeah. Is this it? Here we go. You guys remember the game Tetris? Let's give away this fun round. It's really shiny. The Tetris round. Yeah, we'll put that over here. That's a little special. We'll get that there. All right, so those are the call-ins. So we'll start out with a single dime. We'll do a single dime, and then we'll do 5 dimes. Then we'll do a Kennedy half dollar. Then we'll do a round, and a round. We'll do the scale. We'll do 2 pocket pingers mixed in there somewhere. And then we'll do the grand finale, which is the 5-ounce beautiful Trump medallion. Let me pull it up for you guys if you didn't know what this was. Trump. There it is. We're going to give away 5-ounce. 5-ounce worth about $200 right there. Look at the reverse on this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. You're going to want that. Oh, man. I love that round. I think Tim thought it was the best Trump medallion he had ever seen. The frosted background, the profile is just lit. I mean, that is good. Wow. Okay. So that we're giving away at the very, very end. So we're up to 319. Somebody just shoved a couple more super chats in there. MP68 super chat 20. Thank you to all of our mods on tonight's show. Yes, thank you, mods. You're great. Tiger threw a 10 spot in there. I did call. You saw my caller ID and you put someone else. You're the worst than you're worse than the Democrats. How dare you? Did call. You saw my caller ID and you put someone. Dude, relax. I did not see you. I didn't. And I would have answered. I promise you I would have, really. Okay, thanks for the super chat. All right, enough of this. Let's get to the giveaways. So I'm going to shut down reading up all the participants right now. So hopefully you put something in the chat. So here we go. Boom, got that. Just dedupe them all. And there they are. Let's bring up the names here. All copy. Switch over to the wheel. Here we go. And paste. See how many we got tonight. Had about 700, 800 people in the chat. That was, or watching. Not everybody put something in the chat. So there we go. We've got, good 751. That's really good. All right, so let's sort these out a bit. Am I still in there? Yankee. Yes, I am in there. So that means if I land on my name, it's an extra 1 ounce of silver too. So it's not good for me. All right, so let's double check to make sure there are no duplicates that will be displayed on the wheel. So that's unchecked. That's good. Hopefully your name is in there. I'm sure your name is in there. I'm not going to go through them all. I'll just scroll really slow. Not really slow, but I'll scroll. All right. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right. Shuffle this up. The first one we're going to spin for is the single dime, a rosy dime. Good luck, everyone. Just pump these right out. And Gerald super chatted $2. Not rigged militia. Yes. Yes, not rigged. We are out there. We need to have strength in numbers. Not rigged nation, guys. Not rigged. He didn't add Yankee. All right, so 7x7 fishing. Todd Y. Terry Strobel. Oh, Terry, can you hold on to it? No. AH wins a silver dime. Congratulations, AH. Let's remove that one. Let's shuffle it up. This next one is for 5 silver dimes. Get my giveaway tray ready here. Put stuff in there. And I know people have been asking, when are you going to have Tim on? When are you going to have Tim on? I'm going to see Tim tomorrow. I've been sick. I don't want to bring illness into a shop, so I'm going to go see him tomorrow, do some recording. We'll get him in the live stream soon. Al James, Gina Young, Esther Weber. Looks like Esther Weber is the winner of the 5 silver dimes. Congratulations, Esther Weber. Mods will let you know, but I'll just say it right here. You got to email me your mailing address. I know it hasn't been that bad, actually. In the past, people get so excited they just email, hey, I won, yay, I can't believe it's the first time. And they forget to put their mailing address in. I laugh, reply. But most people are getting pretty good at remembering to put their mailing address in. All right, let's remove that. Next one is the Kennedy half. I am going to shuffle. Sorry, Thule. I'm going to shuffle some more and spin. This is for the Kennedy $50. Maybe I'll do I'll do that next. All right, let's see. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows because it's not rigged. Ben Saylor, Wild Weedle, Stacking Riches, Thule. Oh, Thule, that was close. Marcus Masuto, you won the Kennedy, 90% Kennedy $50. Take that off. And then let's just show this really quick. This round right here is next. Let's roll. Land of the free, home of the brave. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Love it. Let's spin it. Nah, I won't shuffle this time for Thule. Thule, you were close. That was so close. Here we go. We've got Bonky, Joe, 5 Solus, Joslek, Jimmy Swanton, Adam, and Sonny Waldron. Oh, El Mucano. Oh, you were robbed. Oh, Sonny with the win. I can't wait to see what El Mucano is going to say in the chat. That was so close. Go ahead. I'm waiting for it. He's getting upset. See, I told you it's rigged. Oh, man. That was close. All right, next spin. We've got, let's see. It's an honor that you said my name, Sailor Hall. Hey, I'm honored to have you on my live stream. So it's mutual. We've got this Morgan round. Whoops. That's right. Does the medallion. Coin flip, not medallion flip. All right, so we're going to do the Morgan next. Remove Sonny. Don't forget to email me, Sonny. I'll do a quick little shuffle. Actually, a long shuffle. There. Spin. Morgan. So we did that. Let me just double check to see anything else that I forgot to mention. I already mentioned the season finale of Silver Pros next Thursday. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so we got I'm Cheese, Wayne, Samsung, Apple, James Johnson, and the Fed. Ooh, I like that name. Ooh, but I don't know if he's going to win. Oh, but I like Check Stacker too. And the Fed. Dude. Oh, my goodness. And the Fed. Man. Oh, I like that. I like it. I'm inspired. And the Fed, email me your mailing address. I want to send you a little something for that name. Just once. I don't know. I just feel like it. Email me. But Check Stacker, you got the Morgan round. Very nice. Very, very nice. In fact, it's just, all right, in the Fed, you get one of these two. I'll throw two Morgan rounds. 1, 2, just because it's my stream and I don't know. I just wanted to do it. All right, let's see. Check, congrats. Let's pull you off. He's a great Yankee Canon member. Check, it's been an honor to meet you. It's been fun. I love seeing you on our militia meetups. You bring so much to this community. Check out Check Stacker's channel as well. He's growing, trying to get established there. There's a lot of good channels in here. All right. I know some of them, like Tiger, obviously. Tiger Stacker's a great channel. Tuli has a great channel. I'm going to miss somebody. I know. I feel bad. There's somebody else I'm trying to remember. I can't. Nope, can't remember. Sorry. I'm getting old. But yes, I love you guys. You guys are great channels. All right. So next on the list it'll come to me. I know it will come to me. Round. The Buffalo round. Let's do that. No shuffling. Let's see what happens with no shuffle. Let's see. Check Stacker. Thank you, Thule. My Silver Journey, yes, great, Scott. Thank you. My Silver Journey. How did I forget? My Silver Journey mods. Thule, put My Silver Journey's link in there too. MR, put Thule's in there if you don't mind. I say we got Luke, Rob, Donald, Rodney, Eric, Cindy, Ox 1661. Somebody won special wins the Buffalo round. Congrats. Somebody won special. Remove that name. Now the next one is the Tetris round. That's this guy. We'll give away this round next. I am going to shuffle a couple times. There we go. Here we go. This is a nice round. It comes in a capsule. It's actually, I think it's proof. Yeah, I think a little scratch on the capsule, but I think it's proof. Very nice. This is a really good giveaway. Sorry. We got Anthony Cardenas, but no. Ooh, Don Juan with the snag at the last second. Don Juan, congrats. You get the Tetris round. I think it's a proof. I mean, really, I think it is. Oops, there. Wow, that is. Oops, upside down. That is really, really nice. Anyway, all right, Don Juan, email me your mailing address, and I will get that out to you. Mrs. Yankee will take care of that for you, I should say, from a shipping standpoint. By the way, please bear with me on the shipping. All right, I've been sick. I haven't been to the post office yet. They're all wrapped up, packaged from the last live stream. I know people are like, where's my giveaway? I'm like, I'm going to go. It's going to get in the mail. I'll let you know. So this one, sorry, hold on. This one, during the interview with Tyler, I was muting my mic constantly, trying not to interrupt them. But these will get out in the next couple of weeks. Please allow 2 to 3 weeks in shipping. So this one is the scale from JC Truther. Let's do that right now. All right, remove that. Long shuffle here. I just confirmed how rigged the wheel is. Rigged Nation forever. El Lucano, I knew you would get upset on that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. When I see these names coming up so close, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to get it. By the way, Gerald, $2 not rigged. Militia, thank you. Another $2. I meant not rigged. Regiment. Yes, thank you for that. Tiger Stacker, super chat of $5. I set up an appointment for you to get your new glasses. They'll be about the size of Mr. Magoo's. Oh my word. Tiger. 9 for 9 Designs, super chat of $5. Tiger knows best. Oh, really? Really? Okay. And then, of course, El Macano. So thank you for that. All right, let's, a couple more. This one is for the scale. Good luck. Oh, man. It's so much fun to give away stuff, guys. This is really, I'm so blessed to have a sponsor like SD Bullion to ship me some of these things. And I don't mind giving away some of my silver either. It's a really fun blessing to do this. All right. John McKinney, William Ellis. We got High Plains Drifter, Shelly Werner. Shelly Werner going for the scale and got it. Congratulations, Shelly Werner. You won this. And you know what? I hate sending stuff without any silver. So I'm gonna put a couple dimes in there for you. All right, I'll put that right there. So we got the giveaway tray starting to fill up here. Really filling up. Look at that. Put that there. Now we're going to do some pocket pingers. Again, if you don't win a pocket pinger tonight, go to the description of any video I've ever dropped, and you'll find a link to get one of these. There'll be one in this live stream after it's over. There's a link inside the chat that's been scrolling around. Get yourself a pocket pinger. When you buy one, you're not going to get the free silver. That's only because I'm giving it away on my live stream. But you don't want to wait forever to get one of these and to test your silver. Really, please get one. All right. Go back to the browser. They're not expensive. Shelly, we're moving you. One shuffle. Boom. And spin. Just because. All right. Jeff, Thule, Tiger, Thomas, Super Chat of $5, totally rigged, unless I win, right? Right, Jeff, right? You'll be a convert. I'm building the not rigged nation one winner at a time. Oh, my goodness. So we got Daryl, Terry, Tom, Down South Bacon, Tyler, Mr. C, Evans, Cliff Camping, the Eastern Man, Mr. And it looks like it's going to be Rich Mart 1955 with the pocket pinger win. Congratulations, Rich Mart. And let's do another one. This time, no shuffle. And I did see another super chat come in. And we're at 353. Hopefully I won't have to give away any more silver. But Carlos Villegas has super chatted $10. Much love from the Silver Dragon, Harry, Carlos, and Alyssa. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Carlos. Yeah, Harry's awesome. Silver Dragon's my bud. Thank you so much. Caleb Fast. Bud Scott. Can Bud hold on? I don't think so. It looks like it's going to... Oh, he did. Oh, he did. Right at the line. Bud Scott, you got the other pocket pinger with a real and fake silver $50 in there. So email me your mailing address. I'll get that out. Now, all right. So we're good on the giveaways. No. We have one more. This one. Let's do this one right now. Oh, good luck, everyone. Here we go. I am gonna shuffle this one. I have to shuffle. This is the Monster 5-ounce $200 Trump medallion. This thing is awesome. You will treasure it. Okay, Thule, thank you for putting that link in there too. Oh man, Thule, you're doing an awesome job as usual. As a my mod, thank you. Again, check out Thule's channel. She's great. All right. I'll shuffle it one time. All right, this is it. This is the mother load. Now, the winner of this needs to email me their mailing address as well as their phone number so that I can send that off to SD Bullion. If they have any issues mailing to you, if they have any questions, they can contact you directly. So this is the only one where you have to send your phone number in. This is also only open to U.S. residents, okay, straight from SD Bullion. Canadian residents can buy from SD Bullion, but for the giveaway, for shipping, it's only to U.S. So here we go. And do not land on Yankee. Michael Thacker, how could you say that? All right, here we go. Yeah, Bill, did nobody put in Thule's link? Come on, mods. I need another mod. John, would you put in that link? I mean, Thule could put her own link in, but it would be nice to have another mod do that for her, please. All right, this is it. Here we go. Drum roll. Daniel, Luke, Lulu, Lucky, Peter, Ernest, Ani, Thomas, James, Art, Chad, Sensing. Is that right? Oh, Chad. Chad wins it all. He gets the big one, the 5-ouncer. Congratulations, Chad. Wow. Man, that's one of the nicer ones that I've done on Ask Yankee. And there's going to be even more crazy, awesome, good giveaways coming up on Silver Pros next week. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm putting this giveaway tray away for Mrs. Yankee to pack up later on. Guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me on Ask Yankee. And until next time, you know what I'm going to say, right? I hope your day is A-OK. Good night, everyone.